top 10 horror movies. Top 10, top 10. Hey man, you like to smoke you some of that za, some of that gas, some of that stank? Green Goddess Supplies is a company that provides the perfect accessories for your everyday smoker. They have one-hitters disguised as cigarettes, bamboo storage boxes with convenient compartments to all your smoke accessories and weed needs, metal and colorful novelty pipes, grinders with Teflon rings and grinding decks, making the grind smooth and easy to break down your za or your gas. They have deals of 10% on accessories as well as a discount for wholesalers. Just follow my IG Ellis Tracks and click the link for all offers. You can thank me later. Start from number 10 down the line for Paranormal Activity. Number 10. Paranormal Activity, that was a movie that definitely broke ground. I don't know if it was the first found footage movie, let alone being the first horror found footage movie. I think that was the Blair Witch Project. This one definitely set the bar for future found footage movies to come. It's basically about this couple trying to figure out if they have some type of evil entity in their house. So pretty much the whole film is just through the eyes of the cameras. I bet. Coming to you at number 9, Child's Play. Child's Play is the most underrated horror movie ever. I mean, obviously it's recognized, for being what it was, very nostalgic, a legend to the horror genre, Chucky being a legend and horror movie icons. Really honed in on mystery and suspense, that you don't know whether this doll is real or not. Is this doll the one doing these crimes or whatever? I did quite enjoy that. At number 8, Michael Myers, Halloween. Yeah, that's a classic right there. It set the bar, especially slashers. In that movie, they definitely capitalized on suspense, build up. If you really look at the movie, it's not too much going on like they did these future Halloween movies where it's just Michael Myers killing a bunch of people and it's really over the top. They really focused on Laurie Strode. This guy following her, stalking her. She don't know who it is or what's going on. Then just the build of the night on Halloween of him killing her friends and going after her very relentlessly and menacingly. Just wild. And the doctor, his psychiatrist, just added that other flavor of just darkness and dementedness to Michael Myers. Definitely one of the best introductions to a horror villain. I like how he was just this kid who mysteriously killed his sister for some odd reason that we don't even know, and we damn near still to this day don't have an explanation for. Coming to you at number 7. A Nightmare on Elm Street is probably definitely one of my favorites. Definitely, to me, in my opinion, in terms of the straight up slashers, I think Freddy's the best. Of personality, scary, he was intimidating. Idea of this is not your regular guy in the mask trying to kill people, like almost like evil spirit, that lived in your dreams. Wes Craven definitely developed a good idea that was able to last decades upon decades. I love one of my favorite final girls, definitely Nancy. She's damn near my favorite. Unlike everybody else, I actually did like the ending. I did like the little twist at the end right there. You know what I'm saying? It kind of didn't make sense if she was going to be in the third one. Maybe need some explanation there, but for the most part, it was cool. Number 6, for sure, The Exorcist, a pioneer for obviously the possession and demonic movie genre. Strictly only focus on this exorcism. Yes, you had to build up with the mother and the priest and the little girl who gets possessed, but a good chunk of the movies only focused on these 2 priests in this room with this possessed girl trying to get this demon out of her. I would not recommend watching that shit high. Number 5, a lot of people may disagree with me. I don't give a damn. Annabelle Creation. A straightforward story, nothing too much about it, just about these orphans going to another orphanage, and pretty much Annabelle and the entities surrounding Annabelle is in there. Our movie is the scares, is the build up of tension, the dark twisted imagery, all that comes into play on what makes a good horror movie for me, and for sure Annabelle Creation did that. Number 4, Annabelle. The first one. Annabelle, the first one, definitely got a lot of flack. And I understand it. I do. What definitely put this top tier for me is I just find it very scary and very intimidating, the idea of a woman who's alone majority of the movie because her husband will be off to work, who's alone the majority of the movie with only her baby, dealing with this very dark demon that is haunting her. Number 3, The Conjuring. The Conjuring was wild. I don't know how to describe it. It was wild. It was disturbing as hell. Number 2, Insidious. Probably one of the most unique movies, especially during that time where everybody wanted to get on the demonic train. This one went back to the early 2000s of focusing on ghosts. Love the idea of this ghost realm of the dead in the further. I thought that was a great idea of how the father went out to the further to go find his son. But this guy who is able to fly to the spirit realm. His son has the same ability, so all these ghosts are unleashed. All these ghosts and a demon is unleashed into their house, you know, through that. And it was a great story. 1. Women lie, men lie, but numbers don't lie. Made the most money in opening weekend. It Chapter 1, 2017. Nigga, Pennywise is the greatest horror villain of all time, period. He eats children. Need I say more? It's just him. It was the extremely developed characters. You really want these kids to overcome their fears, true underdogs, and defeat this thing that they have no idea about. It's my top 10 horror movies of all time. Honorary mentions, obviously Scream, very good. Texas Chainsaw, I think 20 or 07. One of the ones with Jessica Biel in it. Darkness Falls, and low-key Barbarian. I damn near should put Barbarian in my top 10. I don't know. I'm not sure if I could label it a classic. Most of my top 10s are really classics. I don't need any further questions because you don't need no answers to it, because basically you already know what it is. Yeah. Sexy baby.